I was on setup. Sometimes I go on setup and I browse, which isn't always a great experience because there are just some stinkers on there and some stuff
Absolutely.
that just hasn't been updated in a while. And it's not, you can tell you can go and look, but it's not immediately obvious. So anyway, I stumbled into this thing called Keysmith, which is just, it just records macros of what you're doing on your screen. It's similar to something Keyboard Maestro can do, except that going into Keyboard Maestro is like going into an art museum where everything's 8.5 by 11 and all frames are touching. Um, and it was beautiful. So I instantly opened up this app and I had it record doing this thing where I open these different containers, enter Gmail, enter Drive. It did it beautifully, added a keyboard shortcut. It took me about 3 minutes. I had to do just a little bit. You can go in and correct your macros like anything else that is a macro. It took me about 3 minutes. It was so elegant, so great. And I love it. And the app is like, and it can do a lot more than that, but that's how I'm using it. The app was like a COVID baby. Came out in like August 2020. It's kind of adorable. It's my two friends. They're both named Daniel and they've been friends since kindergarten. And it hasn't had like a serious update since like maybe 2021, but they keep it like lightly updated. When there's a new OS, there's a new version. And there's, occasional bug fixes. Like they seem to be paying attention to it. And it hasn't been buggy for me at all. And I love it. It's like, if you get it on setup, you just get it on setup. If you purchase it, you can do like a free license where you get like up to 5 macros, or you can purchase like a single license for $54. It actually looks like it's just a permanent, like a forever license. Anyway, I was like so delighted to find this because there are various things I do over the course of the day, various admin things with just like a lot of times it's just shitty apps that, you should not have to click this much and they're not easy to automate. You could do it in Keyboard Maestro, but again, I love Keyboard Maestro. God, I sound like Trump. I love Keyboard Maestro. Um,
I see a
but
lot.
uh, but
A
it's
lot
too
of
much.
people are saying.
A lot of people are saying it's too much.
A lot of people are saying. Yeah, that's my first attempt at a Trump impression. Not great. But that's all right. I did the hands. You can't see it, but I did the hands okay, like the accordion. Anyway, so that's
the Obama speech at the DNC.
yeah. So anyway, that was that's mine, and I'm so excited about it, and I only discovered it yesterday, and so I'm gonna play a bunch.
Yeah, I've actually played with that before. It felt like adding one more thing to an already crowded automation setup for me.
Yeah,
But I think I passed on it because it was simpler conceptually than Keyboard Maestro, and it felt redundant.
Hmm.
yeah.
Not that I was doing a lot of macro recording in Keyboard Maestro. It just felt like if I was going to get into that, I already own Keyboard Maestro. But no, that
My
that
my
review
other
is
problem,
tempting.
my issue with going into Keyboard Maestro, and this is not a problem. This is actually the great thing about Keyboard Maestro, but like I totally go into Terpstra mode where it's like, well, I could do this, but I could also do
Hmm.
this. And if I'm doing this, I could also do this. And then pretty soon it's like, well, fuck. I had a deadline an hour ago. And so with this one, I always need I need the like automation app, like Keyboard Maestro, where you could just like go in and you could go deep. And then I need the thing that's like, I'm panicking. I can't think straight. I'm having a
Right.
nervous reaction to having to do this thing over and over. I need to fix it quick. And this is a great little thing in the toolbox for that.
Did you ever see my
Totally. Nope.
Markdown document linker for Keyboard Maestro? That was the result of going into Keyboard Maestro and just realizing I could do something
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I remember
spending
this. I
2
remember this.
hours doing something. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you give it
Exactly.
you give it like a root directory for like a Jekyll site, for example. And as you're writing, you can just type //lnk and it'll pop up like a Quicksilver style menu of all of the documents in your Markdown directory. And you can use fuzzy search to find one, and it'll insert like a liquid format or Markdown format link to that document for like intra document linking.
You know what?
Um,
You know what just occurred to me? I bet you sound like that when you talk in your sleep. What you just did.
Mm.
and I do talk in my sleep.